Hi everyone, thank you so much for visiting my channel once again. So today I am going to show you a very small video about two steps that I forgot to mention in my last three videos. So this will be related to the MetaQuest Developer Hub, like setting up the MetaQuest Developer Hub properly if you guys have some problem. And the second thing is the Visual Studio Code that I installed in my last video. So if you guys find some problem, so how to fix those two. So those two cases I'm going to solve in this video. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to show you some error that you might get in the MetaQuest 3. I forgot to mention you that when you connect your headset for the first time with the USB device to your computer, you will get something, some prompt in your headset like this. So it will ask you allow USB debugging, and then it will ask you cancel, allow, and always allow from this computer. This will be showing up in your headset when your headset will be connected to your computer. Okay, so you need to give access to the headset by clicking on this allow, always allow option, and this is same for if you are using MetaQuest 3, 2 Pro headset, and also the HTC Vive Focus 3 and the XR Elite headsets also. So you have to allow access to the headset with the USB cable. So once you do that, and then if you are on a MetaQuest 3 headset and then you turn on your MetaQuest 3 Developer Hub, you may not be able to see this page. Okay, but instead you will see this type of prompt on your MetaQuest 3 MetaQuest Developer Hub. Okay, so the thing is, you have to verify your developer account first. Okay, that is one of the main process that I forgot to tell you guys before. So this particular aspect is only relevant if you have a MetaQuest device. If you do have a Vive devices like Focus 3 or XR Elite, you do not need to worry about this particular step. But if you have a MetaQuest device, then you should do that, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so either you click on this device, this link that is called verify your developer account, or whatever it says, like verify your account in your prompt. Okay, for me it was like verify your developer account, or you can get like verify your account. So either you can click on this link directly and that will take you to a page, or I have the link with me, so I can go to my website and web browser, sorry, and then put this link on the search bar. Okay, I will give it in the description also for you guys. So if I click on there, so that will take me a page where you need to sign in first. So I have already signed in with my account. Okay, and then it will give you a page called verify your MetaQuest developer account. Okay, so over here it will ask you for some information. So I have already successfully verified. Now if you cannot see this type of message, probably it will ask you for a credit card information. Once you give the credit card information, then it will be verified properly. I have seen I have, over the past 6 years, I have seen this problem. Like students come to me and then asking me like, what is happening? I have given the required information, whatever this page was requiring me, and then still it was not verified. But when they gave the credit card information, immediately it was like verified. So don't worry, it will not charge you any amount. It will just see like whether the credit card is valid or not. So you will see $1 credited and $1 reposted in your credit card account. Okay, now I have also set up the two-factor authentication and mobile number. So you may or may not do this, but I have done this thing for my own benefit. Okay, once you do that, over here I have created an organization. You can create an organization either based on your name, based on your app, whatever, it does not matter, but you have to just create an organization, and that's it. Once you do that, everything will be verified. And then when you came back to your come back to the MetaQuest Developer Hub, then you will see that this window will go back, or it will ask you like, okay, you can go to the next setup window. Okay. Now, another step I want to also show you that is very much essential in order to work with the MetaQuest 3 or MetaQuest 2 or MetaQuest, basically those headsets. So this is the image, the screenshot of my MetaQuest Horizon app. So if you search for MetaQuest application on your mobile phone, regardless of you are an Android user or an iPhone user, you can just search for Meta Horizon, and then this application will show up on your App Store or Google Play Store. You have to just download that app and install it, and then you have to sign in with your MetaQuest developer account that you just signed in your developer account online. Okay, once you sign in, you will see a picture like that. So I am recording this video in on September 15, 2024. So right now the home page looks like that. It can change later on, but the main procedure will be, I hope it will be remain same later on. So what will you do is, like, you need to click on your profile image that is like over here. Once you do that, then you will go to your profile. Okay, this is my profile, and then you click on this menu option over here. Okay, once you click on that, you need to go to devices. Okay, you need to click on this devices option, and then you will see all the devices that you have. I am guessing you might have only one device. I have multiple devices, so that's why all my previous devices were showing up. But as I am currently working on the MetaQuest 3, it just shows up over here. You need to click on the MetaQuest 3, and then if the headset is turned on and detected by the application, you need to, you will see that the headset settings will be turned on, and you need to click on the headset settings. Okay, and then here, these are the two important options. Make sure the Wi-Fi of the headset in this app is the same Wi-Fi that you are using for your phone, for your computer, and for the headset. Okay, if you do not do that, make sure that all the Wi-Fi will be same from this app. Okay, so I am using my home Wi-Fi, so that's why everything is fine for me. But when I go to my work area, at that time I have to think about like which particular Wi-Fi I need to use. Okay, so that's why I'm saying you need to make sure the Wi-Fi will be same for your computer, for your phone, and for the headset. Okay, and then another very important part is the developer mode. You go over here, you click on that, and make sure this is turned on. Okay, if you do not turn on this option, you will not be able to deploy anything to the MetaQuest headset from your computer. So that's why you have to turn this option on. Okay, so now we are done with the MetaQuest Developer Hub. Now we are coming back to the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so the thing is, after installing the Visual Studio Code and setting up the extensions in your computer, many a times what happens, like you can see this particular error windows I would say, in your computer. It will show up on the right hand side, like lower right hand side of your Visual Studio Code, that says like the .NET Core SDK cannot be located. So in the last video, I showed you that how to download the .NET Core SDK from the official Microsoft website, but still it sometimes cannot be detected by the Visual Studio Code. Now if you see that, so that means the Visual Studio Code cannot understand whether the .NET Core SDK is installed in the computer properly or not. Now if you get this type of error, how can you solve this problem? So let's get started. So basically the easiest solution is you just uninstall the Visual Studio Code from your computer entirely, and then reinstall the Visual Studio Code in your computer, and then install one particular extension, that is C# dev kit, in a particular way. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So on Windows it will be much more easier. So you just go to the your settings window, and from there you just uninstall the app. For Mac it is a little bit tricky, so as I am using a Mac, so I will show you how to uninstall the Visual Studio Code properly from your computer. Okay, so I have gone to my applications folder where the Visual Studio Code is located. So here is my Visual Studio Code is located. So I just right click on it and go to move to trash, and then I will empty my trash to uninstall the Visual Studio Code. But the problem is, even though the application is not there, but still their profiles and the other settings file are still there on the computer. Okay, so now if I go back to the online website of the Visual Studio Code and download the Visual Studio Code, which I have already downloaded on my downloads folder, if I put it back to the applications folder, it will immediately find the previous profiles and all those stuff. So basically our problems remain same if we use it that way. So what we need to do is we need to remove the profiles and other settings file from our computer. How to do that? So you need to open the terminal window. So in most of your cases, terminal window will not show up over here. So as I am using terminal quite often, so I put it over here. But for you just go to search and then go for terminal, and then you can open it. Okay, so let's make it clear. Okay, so then I will put the comments on the description, so that you guys it will be easier for you to just copy paste those comments on the terminal window. So what we need to do is, like, we need to run some commands to make sure that all the profiles and settings files for Visual Studio Code will be removed from the computer. So the first command is this one, rmrf all Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let's get it done. The second one is this library application support. The third one is rmrf library caches com.microsoft.Visual Studio Code. And I am after copy, so I have used this command, and then after copy pasting the command to the terminal, I'm pressing the enter button to execute the commands. Okay, and finally this one, rmrf library logs code. Okay, so those are the 1 2 3 4 5 commands that you need to execute, so that all the profiles and settings file will be removed from your computer properly. Okay, so now we can close this window and then go back to the applications. If you already have not downloaded the Visual Studio Code, download it from the official website that I have already shown in my last video. If you have not seen it, go back and then check that video. Okay, now here is my application folder. I have downloaded the Visual Studio Code. I just put it over here, and then that will install the Visual Studio Code on my applications folder. So let's open it. Okay, and then again this dialog box will show up. So I will click on open, and then here the basic window will show up. So I do not care about the theme right now, because I can get all of my previous setup thing from the accounts window, as I have told you earlier. So what I need to do is I need to go to the extension. I need to download the C# dev kit. So I search for C#, and the first option is C# dev kit, install the C# one also. Okay, and also the IntelliCode for the C# installing. Go to Unity, the first one install, and the Unity toolbox install. Search for .NET, and it is installing install tool and the .NET extension install. Okay, so wait for some time, because it will automatically do some stuff for you which we need. Okay, after waiting for some time, you will see a welcome window over here, and then it says getting started with the .NET, and then it says install .NET SDK. Okay, so now we do not need to download it from here. Instead, you see the welcome, like a back option over here. You click on that, and then you need to go to the get started with C# dev kit, because you already downloaded the C# dev kit. It will show up over here. We click on that, and then the second option is set up your environment. This is the important part. So it says install .NET SDK. Click on that. Okay, and then that you just expand the window a little bit, and then you will see this particular tab that will open up. You need to click on install .NET SDK, and then it will show you this particular terminal window, which will start to download the .NET SDK on your computer through the terminal, and that is what we need. And then you see the setup window that we already installed in our computer previously, but the problem was that our Visual Studio Code was not able to detect this installed directory. So now, because we are doing it from Visual Studio Code, it can detect the installed path properly on the Mac. Okay, and this is applicable for both Mac and Windows. So I am installing it. Okay, so close, and then yeah, it says done. So now we are done. So now we can simply go back to our accounts, and then we can turn on our sync settings. So we go to GitHub, and then I can authorize, and then I can also go to backup sync settings, sign in, use my Microsoft account, and then show conflict, yes. And then if you have some conflict, I just click on complete merge, and then this particular option, sign in with Microsoft to use C# dev kit, yes, and that will sync all of my settings. And finally turn on cloud changes, yes. Okay, so now that's how your computer, your Visual Studio Code will be set up properly, and then you can see all of your previous extension that I already downloaded or you already downloaded on your computer. It will be shown up over here. Okay, and then your Visual Studio Code is also set up properly. Okay, I hope guys you enjoyed this video, so I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.